Hello and welcome to Chapter 8. The first section is China Reunified. Why does it need to be reunified? Well, if you recall, way back in Chapter 3, you had the Han Dynasty, but the Han Dynasty fell apart, as all dynasties fall apart. And China then undergoes maybe like 300 years of chaos, right? Chaos, wars, everybody's fighting everybody. But that all ends when the Shui dynasty takes over. They, win the fight, they win the battle royal, and they take over, again, not all of modern China, but a significant chunk of it. In fact, the chunk of it that you see right in front of you right now. They rule for, check out how long they rule, from 581 to 618. So why are we even paying attention to them when there's such little pipsqueaks in terms of the length of time that they rule China? Well, they do some really important things. Again, these are the guys, much like the Qin back in the day, these are the guys that end the chaos. They're the ones that consolidate power and sort of pave the way for China to go back to being this big, imperial state. And they build what's called the Grand Canal. You ought to remember from your geography lessons that the two major rivers in China are the Yellow River up here in the north and the Yangtze River down here in the south. They cut across China. They cut across China from the east to the west, right here. You see the Yellow River up on top, the Yangtze down on the bottom. And these rivers, as you guys know, provide trade routes and all sorts of helpful things for civilization, for towns, for farms. The Grand Canal, obviously, connects them, right? The Grand Canal is a canal, so it goes and it connects the Yellow River with the Yangtze River, and that really, really helps to tie in all of China to one another. It helps to, again, really sort of pave the road and make the whole of China this big, large state that can be governed. It connects these two areas that before that weren't that connected. But the Shui dynasty doesn't last forever. In fact, as you can see, it does not last very long at all. That's because, sort of like the Qin, they're not too nice. They're a little mean. They build the Grand Canal with a lot of forced labor and stuff. So they're a little bit nasty, and the rewards they reap for that are, a lot of enemies, and they're overthrown. They're overthrown, and the next dynasty to come into place is the Tang dynasty. You can see here the Tang dynasty. They conquer a little bit more than the Shui, and the Tang dynasty lasts a while, as you can see, 618 to 907. They restored the civil service exam that had previously existed. We've gone over the civil service exam a little bit in class. That had been something that existed back in the day in the Han. These guys, and then there was the chaos and everything, got rid of all that. The Tang sort of bring it back, and they invent gunpowder. They at first just used the invention to, help fuel, firecrackers and, sort of fireworks and image displays and signal flares and stuff like that. But they relatively quickly start using it for, rockets and for warfare. It's nothing like what it'll be, later on, but they are the ones who started. We have the Tang to thank for that. They last a while, and then they fall because that's what dynasties do, right? They, get corrupt and everything, and down they go. And the next and last dynasty we'll talk about today is the Song dynasty. The Song dynasty lasts from 960 to 1279. They're around for a really long time, and I'm super simplifying here, but that's what we do in this class. So these guys, what's going to make them significant, and the reason we're going to remember them, is they're the first really to use paper money. Now, the Tang invented printing, that is, setting up, wood blocks so you could print a lot of the same manuscript. You didn't have to handwrite everything. The Tang invent that, but it really comes under customary use under the Song, and they're the ones who start using it to print, again, paper money. Right, they're the ones, it starts off just with sort of rich merchants using this to denote, okay, I owe you, some amount of gold or some amount of this. But, this is the invention of money, right? This is money like we all use today. You don't have to carry around gold bricks with you. You've got paper money that represents the wealth that you've got. The Song, we can credit the song for that. And then they're going to fall to the Mongols, who I will tell you about another time. Bye.